Ferrari 250 GTE. Wow, nice. Beautiful. Is this yours? I got to get to know you because when you want to sell it, I want to buy it. 250 GTE. Wow. How long have you had it?
22 years.
22 years. Gosh. That's
Bought
so.
it from a fellow that owned it for 28 years before me.
Wow, it is so pretty. Did you wrench on it yourself?
Yeah.
Do you really? Nice, nice. I'm filming. I hope you don't mind. It's okay.
You want to see the engine?
I'd love to. What is your name?
Frank.
Frank. He's had it over 20 years, and he bought it off a guy that had it 28 years, right?
Yeah. I was actually
Oh, wow.
in Nashville with a friend.
Right.
There was one of those
The
for
Ghiblies?
sale in Chattanooga. Or
Okay.
not in Chattanooga, in Knoxville.
Knoxville?
I called on that, and I called on this, and that one was sold. And this one, the guy said, all original car, never been restored, original carpets, original exhaust. And I thought to myself, nah, this car's 50 years old.
Yeah.
I have the original.
Original, right. It was, huh?
It was.
Wow.
And I said, there's no way I can pass this up. And back then, these were kind of like, because they have the 4 seats
Yeah.
instead of 2, people dismissed them. So the price was entry level.
So
which
it's
was
interesting. So so even though it's a 12-cylinder, because it has the rear seats, the Ferrari aficionados didn't like it.
good. Well, in 1961,
Right.
this car was just under 13 grand. You could have bought a California Spider and a short wheelbase car
Okay.
for the same
For
13
the same.
grand.
Okay.
They sold a ton of these. They sold, over the course of 3 years, 950 of these, okay? Because of the seats, it was more usable,
Right.
not a hot rod.
Right. Which is,
But-
I guess, why they sold so many.
Yeah, then after prices went down, you're talking 20, 30 years later, all of a sudden short wheelbases, there's fewer of them, and they're the hot rod car, the same with the California.
Oh, the Californias. You can't even touch
so the
those.
prices on them went
Yeah,
through
millions.
the roof.
Yeah.
And this car, because it was a 4-seater, the price stayed at an entry level.
Interesting.
I had a real neat experience with one of these about 1970 or so. Do you remember Mulholland Drive in California?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, all the night racers used to go out
Yeah.
from Hollywood through Beverly Hills over to the coast. I had a friend out there that had a 1275 Mini Cooper that had been tweaked up, and he was a damn competent driver. Said, let's go for a ride up Mulholland. So we get to the turnoff to go on to Mulholland, get right there, and coming the other way is a silver 250 GTE, turns on ahead of us. And my buddy says, damn, he's going to hold us up. And about 7 or 8 minutes later, he's saying, I can't keep up with this guy. I wonder who the hell he is. Could barely keep his taillights in sight. This thing it sounded good, obviously. I mean, and was on it all the way.
Well, the reason for this car, the reason why I wanted this car, besides the fact that it was all original, was you get the same mechanicals as the short wheelbase and the California. And what happened when the prices went in the basement for these cars, a lot of these cars, people wouldn't do the maintenance, they let them run down, and people would buy them up, throw away the body, and make a replica 250 California or short wheelbase or Tour de France, and the price differential allowed them to create a whole new body, because all you have to do is take and move this engine back about 8 inches on the chassis. Pretty much all the stuff is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get one of the hot rod short wheelbases, like the CFAC car, then you're going to have a different front panel on it, and maybe dry sump if you get a competition one. But if you get a standard steel short wheelbase or California, the mechanical
The
stuff
same
is the
thing,
same.
right? Wow.
So it was an easy conversion, and there's like 150, 175 of these cars. The mechanical stuff has been taken out.
Been rebodied.
Yeah, to do rebodies.
So then it's got to make these more valuable then too. The fact there's
the
less.
Prices are up now. The
Yeah.
prices are up now, but when you're talking about a short wheelbase for 10, 12 million dollars,
Right, and the California.
this car is not worth anything.
I
We would never
understand.
approach that.
Right.
But you're talking about a car now that's 400,000 maybe, and so there's still this
Right, yeah, that much
huge
gap.
discrepancy between the two-seaters and these. And there's, like I said, even with the 150 that are gone, maybe you've got
What they built, 400 of them? Original?
950.
Oh, 950, okay.
But you're talking about still having at least 500-600 of these still around.
Right.
So it's not like they're hard to find.
Do you ever?
But the mechanical stuff is the same.
Right.
Well, what's nice about yours is so original compared to a lot of the restorations that are out there, which are nicely done, but it's only original once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, really.
This guy said to me, he says, all original carpets, original leather, original exhaust system. And I'm on the phone and I'm thinking, no, not happening. I went down there and I looked in the car, and the guy had this orange shag carpeting in the car.
Oh.
And I said to him, I said, I thought you said this was original carpeting. He opens the door and he lifts up the
Orange. Yeah.
orange shag, and there it is. You can still see it. It's still here. I made coverlay carpets.
Showing us the original carpet
That's the original
underneath.
carpet right there.
I'm blocking.
All the
And
original
seat
leather.
covers.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
How many miles? 61.
It's got, it says 30 something, but it's actually the speedometer wasn't working right for a while, so it's got maybe 50,000 miles. But the exhaust system is all original.
Ranny's on it. Ranny wires.
It was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The guy's name was Arnold Vetties. He was an engineer for 28 years. Did all the work himself. And I thought to myself, I'm never going to come across a car that's this original. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to do as yeah. And even when you go
Beautiful. 250 GTE. 1861.
which is okay by me. Yeah, that's the car is fabulous. And I bought it. I said, you bring it in and banking on cars. And I said, need some paint, cushions,